Hello and welcome again to this edition of Fi TV. I'm your host, Brad Swanson. We are coming to you from inside the Florida Capitol during the 2022 Florida legislative session. We are joined by our good friend, Representative Benjamin, to tell us what's going on with some veteran issues and a few other things. Welcome back to the program.
Hey, good to be here. Good to be here.
All right, so you've got a bill that might be going to the governor's office that relates to veterans. What's going on there?
Yeah, House Bill 45. We hear it today on the floor. We expect to pass it unanimously on the floor here today. And it's looking like it's going to pass the Senate as well. So we're hoping that 100% disabled veterans will be able to get 100% of their education paid for in the state of Florida when they attend state universities and colleges.
So there's a problem, right? So there's the GI Bill, but that doesn't cover the total bill. So
Right.
How does Florida step in?
So imagine if you didn't do enough time in your service before you got hurt, then the GI Bill doesn't give you 100% coverage. So what state of Florida through this bill is doing is we're going to pick up the difference.
Looking out for our veterans. It's such a great cause, and probably our best citizens to go ahead and repay them a little bit for their amazing service.
Exactly. We're poised to continue to be one of the nation's most veteran-friendly states in the union.
Awesome. Well, we know that's not the only issue you're working on. What else are you working on?
Well, now we're trying to give some consumers a little aid when they file bankruptcy. So right now, when you file bankruptcy, you have to exempt out some of your personal property, or else the bankruptcy trustee takes hold of it and sells it. So your automobile is one of those. Right now, they only give $1,000 worth of an exemption for automobiles. So we're raising that exemption to $5,000, and we're looking good in the Senate too.
Yeah, I got to imagine that when that $1,000 was put in place 20, 30 years ago, you could buy a workable car for $1,000. Nowadays, $5,000 is kind of like the minimum, right?
Right. I mean, actually, it's more like $10,000.
Right.
But we're biting that well. We're taking that well out one bite at a time.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Representative, thanks for coming on and sharing with us. You promised to come back on and tell us how all this lands next week?
Hey, absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much for coming on.
Appreciate you guys.
That's all the time we have for this episode of Fi TV. Make sure you hit us up on our social media feeds for more great interviews like this one. And for now, thanks for tuning in.